my name is John Shim, and I'm a doctorate student of audiology at ASU. And the company that I want to introduce today is called Ethicist. We are a hearing studio that both manufactures and dispenses hearing aids. The reason we exist is because of hearing loss. It is a global condition that usually occurs with aging, and it is primarily treated with hearing aids. Socially, it can lead to isolation and even divorce. Medically, it is highly correlated with depression and dementia. Statistically speaking, 20% of Americans, which equates to about 48 million people, suffer from hearing loss. And it is important to note that in most cases, hearing loss is irreversible. Once the damage to the cochlea is done, the cells do not grow back. But from a market's perspective, this means that the pool for potential consumers will never shrink. And because hearing loss commonly comes with aging, the market will only grow as population grows. However, there are some challenges with hearing aids. It is heavily stigmatized and aesthetically unpleasing, and it takes a lot of money and time. And we will tackle these challenges one by one. People often correlate hearing aids with being old. Take a look at this hearing aid. And as you can see in this picture, this traditional design of hearing aids are bumpy and flat out ugly. As a result, people are often embarrassed. Then a new type of hearing aids came out that sits behind the ear. It basically took over the market, and for a very good reason. It satisfied one of the biggest desires that the consumers had. They wanted to hide their hearing aids. However, the problem with this design is that it bypasses the pinna, which is our outer ear. And as a result, patient often loses localization. It becomes even more difficult to tell where the sound is coming from. This becomes problematic because it makes it difficult for patients to separate the desired sound from noise. So, our proposed design would combine best of both worlds. It mimics the design of in-ear monitors, and it will be custom made for each individual. It will sit in the ear to maximize localization and noise suppression. And it won't be ugly like those traditional hearing aids. When it's worn, it will look something like this, but without the wires. With this approach, I believe we can destigmatize hearing aids from negative associations and transition them into a gadget that people will be proud to wear. Next problem. Hearing aids are very expensive. Depending on the technology level, it could range from $2,000 to $7,000. And also, it doesn't help that the government doesn't support them, as Medicare does not cover for hearing aids. Despite some patients being desperate for hearing aids, the cost inevitably puts a stumbling block for actually pursuing the device. Then comes time. Because manufacturers and clinics work separately, after the purchase has been made at the audiology clinic by the patient, then the order is sent to the manufacturer. This makes the delivery turnaround to almost a week. And if the patient ordered a custom mold, it could take another week because it takes longer in production. The device is often recommended to be picked up at the clinic again, usually for orientation and for additional questions to the audiologist. And then after that, then comes follow-up appointments so that your hearing aids are optimized for your hearing loss. In summary, this is how the current process works. Patient goes to the clinic because he or she recognizes that there's a problem with hearing. Then, clinic orders the hearing aids from the manufacturer, and then takes a week for the manufacturer to send it to clinic, which there's the first markup. Then the clinic sells the hearing aids back to the patient. So there's two markup stages in the current process. And our solution is direct customer service, as we will be both the clinic and the manufacturer. Another pro for our process is that audiologists at Ethicist Studio would not have to learn multiple manufacturers' programs or hearing aids. Hearing aids will be manufactured, actually printed on site, make everything faster. Our process would be much simpler like this. Patient recognizes a problem, goes to Ethicist Studio. Within the same day, he or she could receive the hearing aid with less markup. In 2017, hearing aid market was valued at $7 billion with 7% growth rate. In 2026, hearing aid market is projected to reach $14.5 billion. The market penetration is about 32% in America. And hearing aids are not covered by Medicare. In Europe, however, hearing aids are entirely covered by the government, so it's completely free, yet it's only 40%. Which means that the current process and the current products are not good enough to satisfy the entire market. And that's why I believe that our company has a potential and a future. That is my email address. Thank you so much.